Omulungi ekumira ku mukutu ogwa KSTV, the family friendly station, webali kulondawo KSTV olweggulo lunaku olwaleero naku z'omwezi tutambulidde ddala tuli mu naku z'omwezi zino 18 omwezi ogw'Ogumu omwezi ogwa Musenene omwaka 2024 lunaku lwa kusooka lunaku lwa balaza Monday lunaku olutandika wiiki era twebaza Mukama nti wiiki ogitandise naffe mu programu eno eya Men of Purpose. Programu ejja kumayo nga KSTV okuva ku lunaku olw'omukaaga Sunday ne Monday tujja saa 3 ez'akawungeezi okwogera ku nsonga ezikukwatako okuvira ddala ku byobulamu ebyobukulembeze ebyomwoyo ebyenjigiriza ebyenfuna ebitukwatako mu mbeera abantu ez'enjawulo bitukkiriza nti bikulu nnyo okutuyamba okusenvula okuva ku ddala erimu okudda ku ddala eddala kye tuyita transformation. Nze Ssemwanga Benon muzukulu wa Kisolo nyongera okwaniriza osobola okubanga programu eno girabira mu bitundu ebyenjawulo naddala gwali mu kutambula ng'ogezaako okuddeeka tusitreaminga live ku kibanja kyaffe ekya www.kstvuganda.com/live oba si kyo osobola otufunira ku mukutu ogwa YouTube kwe tuli KSTV Uganda ne ku mikutu emirala egya TV oba naye bampuliziganya kuba tuba tuwuliziganya nako osobola okubanga otufuna. Olunaku olwaleero tuweereddwa omukisa tugenda kukozesa ennimi kumpi nga nnya namba kuliko Oluswahili, Olufaransa, Oluzungu n'Oluganda. But we are honored tonight to have Dr. Bolingo Ntahira, motivational speaker, author, and above all, man of God. So okulaba sibo. Kati ogenda soka nazo tubuzeeko mu Luganda, then later on we shall use other languages.
Mbaramusiza nnyo mu linnya lya Yesu.
Oluganda mwe uli doctor.
Amanya ndowooza mugagulidde. Nze Dr. John Bolingo Ntahira. So Bolingo kitegeeza love. John kitegeeza beloved one.
Still love.
Ntahira come to me.
Come to me.
I'm full of love.
Come to me mujeje ndi.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Nice to have you.
Nice to have you too.
Okay. Omulabi waffe nga sinaba kugenda wa Dr. Bolingo olunaku olweggulo twabadde wano ne Dr. Solomon Mwesige okwogera ku nsonga ya unlock the mindset okusumulula endowooza zaffe ku bintu ebyenjawulo kuvira ddala byetutwalanga nti byagaana mu bya ssente mu by'emirimu mu bya bizinensi mu byaki n'ebirala. Kakati olunaku olwo tuweereddwa omukisa. We are honored to have the author of a mind changing book called Unlock the Mind. This is the third time we are having you on KSTV. The first time was the Morning Express show.
Yes.
That was the other week. Then last week we had you on Manyo Msumbao.
Yes.
Giving us your journey. And tonight we want to dig deeper into the book Unlock the Mind. Unlock the Mind. Which is directly what we are talking about. What we were talking about yesterday in the Men of Purpose show with Pastor Solomon Mwesige. In our discussion, initially, actually, this month, we first looked at how the white man enslaved us physically, and in the post-colonial era, he enslaved our minds, thinking that we cannot do certain things. You find that when they tell you that this building was constructed by an African, then people doubt. They say that now that is a state agent, that is government money, and so on and so forth. So tonight, we want to understand the idea, the story that is behind the book Unlock the Mind.
Yeah, thank you so much. So when you see this book, it is not just a book, but it has a lot of things. First of all, I'm a person who went through a lot of challenges that I came to Uganda without anything. Probably I was first hosted in the prison. The prison at Kisoro.
From where?
From my origin country, DR Congo. And from Kisoro, I was again hosted in CPS for almost 2 weeks. From CPS, I went to Old Kampala.
CPS as a guest or a prison?
No, I wasn't a prison as such because I had committed any crime. But the police could tell me that they have nowhere to put me.
In form of accommodation?
Yes.
Now you can be sleeping here?
Yes.
With prisoners?
When you get how to go out, then you can go. Or if we find the means to help you, then we can help you.
You were frank to them that I'm
yes,
here?
Of course, I was frank with them. And that's why they had to host me. because they knew about me. Yeah, so that's what happened in Kisoro. It also happened here in Kampala at the CPS. But at CPS, they just gave me a tiny mattress in the corner. I was only sleeping with the prisoners. So they were quite different. So from there now I started staying on the street of all the Kampala.
So from Kisoro to CPS, then to the streets of Kampala.
Yes. So as you know what happens in the streets, you just start begging. You can't eat without.
You were once a beggar?
Yeah, I was once a beggar.
You wake up in the morning?
In the morning.
Planning to beg?
Planning to beg.
You don't know whether those that you're going to beg from have something?
Yeah, so I really went to many people and only if you could respond. Yeah.
What is that most embarrassing moment that you recall on the streets?
I think on the street, I think what is still disturbing in my head is because I moved to many churches and none helped. But I think I was helped by Muslims more than the churches. So it is still disturbing in my head.
That's why the church
did
not host you.
Yeah.
They didn't render that help that you needed.
Yeah, but Muslim did. So it is still disturbing in my head till now.
Why the church didn't help.
Yeah.
So, having said that, so what inspires you to write Unlock Your Mind?
So what inspires me is because...
Unlock the mind, yes.
First of all, my life story. And secondly, as you said, people are suffering because of the type of knowledge they are receiving. And when you try to dig deeper, you'll find that the education system that we have is full of poison.
Even that one in Congo?
When I say the system we have, that means African system.
Not only Uganda,
not only
but
Uganda.
The entire African continent.
Yes.
That
because we own nothing. The educational system was imported. So the design it in the form that it renders us useless people.
Not to serve the aspirations of the local people.
No, that's why you see that the education system focuses on memorization.
2 times 2?
Yeah, you just memorize, that's all.
Longest river in Africa,
but
the Nile.
The thinking area, you're still poor in thinking.
Oh.
Yeah.
That we can only recall.
Yes, what we were taught.
What we are told.
That's it.
But we cannot explain.
Yeah, we can't think. It doesn't train us to think. And also you see that the educational system produces people who are looking for a job. And here we say that as long as you still earn a salary, you are a slave.
Yes.
So that means the education system provides slaves who are able to do what? To serve the master. And that's why the education system is designed that we should be good at memorizing. Because memorization
means that you're going to bring it back.
Memorization is one of the criteria of a good slave. What
did I say last time?
Yes.
You said this and this.
Every master would like to have a slave who could remember always. You get it? And when you also search in the Bible doesn't recognize education system. That's why when you read, you will not find the word job, only a man called Job.
But being employed.
But work is there. And that's why the Bible says that your gift will open doors for you. Not your education. You get it? So that's why we need to make sure that we can change this narrative, whereby we can teach our children how to be creative and start to work. Because work is everywhere, but the people are busy searching for jobs.
For any course unit or any subject, at primary level, rather even the ordinary level and A level, that is senior 1, senior 4, then senior 5, senior 6. Why do we study this subject? To become this, to become this, to get a job, and to do this. Meaning that they are preparing us for something that is already there. In the education system that we have, we presume that everything is already there, and we just have to be trained, then go get to work.
Yes, so we are not taught to be creative. And when now you finish, you find the world no job. You get it? And also you find that you are stuck. You can't create work because you are not trained to do so. And that's why our people are stuck. They have nothing to do. Yet you have too much work around us. But we are not trained to do what? To work. But we are trained to do what? To be employed. And that's the problem we have.
We are not trained to work.
Yes.
But rather to be employed.
Yes.
So this explains the fact that many people have started, even those that were employed before, now they get some little capital, they start up something, but statistics has it that a few, rather 95% of these businesses don't celebrate the third birthday.
That's it.
Meaning that it goes back to where they started from.
That's it.
You were not trained to start up something.
You were not.
All the skills we are given is to be employed.
That's it.
By someone.
And that's
so even if you struggle, collect some capital, start up something, either you end up
failing
because you have not gotten there.
That's it.
Okay. So let's go to the second question. Can you have told us everything that the brain and the idea behind, given your history and our education system, because at least you know that of Congo and that of Uganda. You have been in the two countries. You write a book. Now help us summarize, before we go any further, the core message, because by the end of this discussion, I expect our viewers to make calls, to do orders. But before we go any further, I wanted to know, when they hear unlock the mind, what is the core message?
Probably unlock the mind, as the Chancellor of Makerere University, Professor Suruma said, it's one of the best books in Africa. Because Africans, we were beaten badly.
Physical beating?
We were defeated by mind.
Okay.
Get it? So this book will help you to discover yourself, self-discovery. That once you understand who you are, once you discover who you are, once you understand the potential within you, then you can use that same potential to hit the challenges. In this book, we are saying that challenges is the mother of businesses. The more you escape challenges, the more you are escaping what? Opportunities. And if you can talk to many people, you can even wonder how many businesses they escaped from. Because we don't want to face challenges. We don't want to confront challenges. And the more we escape challenges, the more we are escaping what? Businesses. So this book now will train you. How can I confront challenges? How can I get a business into a challenge? Yes.
For benefit of our Luganda audience. Now, okuwandika katabo kano, kubanga batugamba, ezimu ku nnaku ezisinga okuba enkulu mu bulamu, lunaku lw'ozuula kikyoli na kikyolina okuba. Like one of the greatest days in life is when you discovered who you are and who you're supposed to be. So this book, Unlock the Mind, can help that somebody that doesn't know who they are. Kati, who am I? Because we have many peers out there that just wake up to live.
Kakati ekizibu ekiriwo omuntu tayagala kwezuula naye ayagala kubeera buli kimu.
Maybe it's because of what we have gone through that we try everything.
And that's the problem. Kati, if I ask you a question, olabye ekinyonyi kifudde enjala?
Ekinyonyi nga kifudde enjala?
Tekiriyo. You know why? Because God cares for them. Katonda birabirira. Kubanga bimanyi purpose yabyo. They know why they were created. Kubanga ekinyonyi bwe kiwanga kibuuka, it is fulfilling its purpose. Kati bwe fulfilling purpose yo, Katonda kyakukolera. Katonda bakulabirira. Kati omuntu tayagala kumanya ki kyalina okukola. Why God created him. And that's why we suffer. And that's why now once you discover self-discovery, ekuleetera okuzuula ekirawo ekiri mu ggwe. Kubanga Katonda buli muntu gwe yatonda yamuteekamu eki? Ensigo. Ate n'amugamba nti genda okole ki? Obale ki? Ebibala. Tasobola okugamba nti genda obale ebibala ate nga tulinamu ki? Ensigo. kati ensigo ye bwe bugagabo kati abangi bafa n'ensigo zaabwe
nga tebategedde who they are.
That's it.
That's what I said before, that they wake up to live.
They wake up to live and pay bills.
If you have money to pay the bills.
Of course you have to get it.
Big for bills, money to pay the bills.
That's it.
So, reading unlock the mind. Starting on a journey of self-discovery.
Yeah.
Because many people out there have not discovered themselves.
That's the starting point.
Okay.
Self-discovery.
So let's go to another question. How long did it take you to write this book?
This book took me 5 years.
5 years?
5 years.
In Uganda?
In Uganda, yes. In Uganda. Yes.
Writing. Every day write a page?
Now, at least
a statement?
Every day I will make sure that I write something.
This is not only about your experience now.
Now, this book has my experience, then has other things. Because now when I talk about education system, I had to write something about it. I had to write something about the belief system. Because also the belief system, it is somehow disturbing people. Because you will find that people who design theology, they design it in terms to help them to justify their philosophy, not as to know who really God is. Because belief system was supposed to help our people to know the true knowledge. But instead, it is confusing our people. Because it is not clear.
About the education system, having observed our education system from the primary level, O level, then advanced level, then the tertiary institutions, what is that one thing that you think that has to be changed if we are to unlock the mind of
First of all, you cannot be developmental if you don't read books.
Our people don't read books.
Why? It is because for our forefathers, reading was a crime. Yes.
How?
They find you reading.
When the white man found you reading?
It is a problem. Why a slave reading? Why educating a slave?
Now there is no white man right now.
So that's what
is limiting us from
So
reading? That's
what we inherited. Now the worth of it now, you find that schools, let's talk about kindergarten. A child starts reading, they give him an English book. So the first reading becomes a fight.
To understand.
To understand.
And pronounce the words.
It is a fight. So you find that
the word go?
You find that child will never fall in love with reading. Because the first book was what?
English.
English. But if our system can introduce mother language at the beginning, then these children can pick the hint of love.
That we first think from our mother language.
That's it.
Then later on we transform to
foreign language.
Foreign languages.
But we start from foreign language. That's very, very...
So by P5, this person doesn't want to read?
Of course, because reading is a problem. That's why even our people read when they have examination. After examination, no more reading.
To memorize what they read to memorize.
What you are going to answer, not to get knowledge.
Tabisoma kubanti yanjagadde abitege. Naye kasita.
That's why even you find the schools we call great schools are schools who have the high grades. Many people who are scored high. You get it? And even when they are admitting, they only admit those who are the first grade.
Of course, they have to. They have to show you the cut-off points.
For me, I call those institutions failed institution, because
even the society. Let me give an example. If at all you start up a school, let me say, Unlock Your Mind Senior Secondary School by Director Dr. Bolingo John Ndahira. Now, we run the current curriculum and you introduce the Bolingo curriculum. Bolingo curriculum.
Yes.
The Bolingo curriculum focuses on the mind. That given the current curriculum by the NCDC, I also teach these people about self-discovery, self-actualization, resilience, love, socialization, and everything. And at the end of the day, you produce a student that has an amalgamation of the academia, then the social life. They can relate with social life and also the academics. Now, that is 50-50.
50-50.
And they have not performed to get those grades. Parents will say, you're not teaching.
You're not teaching.
Why? Your school is not anywhere in the newspapers. We try to check in every daily, we cannot see your school. That means you're not performing.
That's mental slavery now.
Now, even the society we are serving, I'm putting myself in the shoes of the educationists. The society they are serving expects results in the form of grades than results in the form of knowledge.
That's why I started saying that we are beating the mind. We don't look at the result. I'll give you an example. You have a son. He wants to be a businessman in Kampala. And he goes to one of the greatest universities to study what business. And now here a professor becomes, teaches this child. But this professor doesn't own even a chapati industry. But this professor is teaching your child to be a businessman in Kampala. What do you think this child is getting?
Theory.
So that's why we have people who are graduating every day. But when they come on ground, they are confused.
There is a big difference between what they studied and what is existing in real life.
Completely different. And that's the problem we have.
So reading Unlock the Mind can help somebody.
Now, they unlock the mind. Once your mind is unlocked, now you start seeing the actual life.
Seeing life in a different perspective.
Different perspective. That I can do this. Because here we say that any knowledge that does not bring something on the table, that's not knowledge.
Okay. Given your history and your background, I believe that by the time you started writing that book, your mind is already unlocked.
Of course, of course.
Now, what are some of those things that helped you unlock your mind?
First of all, when your mind is unlocked, people around you don't understand who you are. Because for me, I was sleeping on the street when I had no shoe, no trouser.
Nenga, the words you're saying. Now,
first listen to this. When I was still in a bad situation, no shirt, no shoes, I was given an opportunity to go to USA with my family. The visa on the table, everything ready for me to go. But I rejected.
Why?
And everyone around me, including my spiritual fathers, they said, you are cursed. There is a problem.
According to them, your mind was not unlocked.
You get
and theirs was unlocked.
You get it. So they saw like, I'm not okay.
Who gets a chance to go to the States and they just turn it down?
The problem is in the mind now. I mean, now when we learn about the mind, you know, the worst thing in the world is to be in the same place with your mind.
The other opportunity was for you and the family to go and stay there.
Yes.
Not even just a visit.
No, stay there.
And
the
you
settlement.
refused.
Yes. I rejected.
I still want to know why you refused.
My mind was saying different things. I was not staying with my mind. My body was in a bad situation without having a shoe, but my mind was already rich.
By the time you got the visa, you had no shoes.
Yes, no shoes. Life was very hard. But my mind was not in the same place I was.
And those around you?
They couldn't test that. They say Bolingo is mad. Agenda kufa bubi. You get it? So the more,
what were you thinking at that time?
The more you unlock your mind, you think differently.
What were you thinking?
For me? Now, I was thinking that my life is not there. Wherever I am, I can still make a life. You get it? And today I go to USA, I go to Europe, And I'm welcomed like a king.
Not as a refugee.
Not as a slave. You get it?
You get it.
People who go there, nothing they are doing there. Just slavery.
Okay. So, that is challenging.
Yeah.
Even if we give an opportunity to have you out there into a government, bakuwadde chance gwe ne family yo mugende tubawadde visa mugende mu America.
Yes.
Ero lyakubuuza tuladdi.
Yeah.
When are we getting there?
People even are selling their properties in order to go.
I have a story of a family. The man and the woman, somebody told them about going to Canada. Kati nabagamba agenda bakolera ku mpapula. Paperwork. So, and Canada paperwork is expensive. I don't know because I've never been into that process. Kati ne batunda ennyumba yaabwe. Because he told them, I'm taking you, the man, and the wife.
Yeah.
And later on they go to that this person was Amoferi. He wanted money for him to go to Canada. Like wanted money for himself to go to Canada.
Yeah.
But he used their money. They sold their house in Wakiso. Now they are tenants. They were landlords. But according to them, according to their unlocked mind, Uganda tewali was suubi.
Yeah.
So they had hopes that there is life in Toronto.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, somebody is enjoying life on their behalf.
Yeah.
And on their money in Toronto. So when you told me about that story, I looked at their case. So let's talk about. You talked about the beliefs.
Yeah.
How can we overcome the mental beliefs? Because we have people out there. Even yesterday they made calls. Now you see in our family, nobody has ever owned a car. You see in our family, we have been tenants. You see in our family, this and this and this. So, even during their time of growing up,
Yeah.
what they have observed, like Dr. Solomon said yesterday, what you observe contributes 75% of who you are going to be.
Yeah.
When you see people that are failing,
Yeah.
chances are high that you are going to be failing. When you see people that are successful, chances are high that you are going to be successful. Now, how can you overcome these mental beliefs that we have about life and everything?
Now, when we talk about belief, the mind is like a person. The mind eats, and
what does it eat?
It eats knowledge. Now, if you are surrounded with people who are fools, that means whatever you are accumulating, it is foolish.
Busiru.
So ntusobola kubamu amagezi.
Ate bwemba omugezi waabwe.
Bw'oba omugezi, now that's the issue now. Bw'oba omugezi nga oli mu basiru bangi, they are likely to change you. Kubanga ntuweeyongerayo, even what you think you can do, they keep telling you can't. So at the end you will be like them.
Bwemba konna kye ngenda okukola neneebuuza kuba takikolanga.
Bajja kukugamba.
Bajja kuga tekikola.
Tekikola. Tojja kisobola.
Obeera omugezi neweebuuza ku
basiru.
Abatato. Neweebuuza ku basiru. Chances ziri waggulu nnyo naawe ogenda fuuka musiru.
Automatically. Kubanga tebakuwa excitement to go ahead. They always keep you down. You can't do it. You the son of how comes?
Ndi oli wano n'obagamba nti ogenda mu America.
Gwe tokiraba?
Baganira n'omusajja bamuloga.
Andyakuloga. Tokiraba? So the surrounding counts. It is like, because now we said that there is a seed inside us. So a seed cannot grow if it is not germinated, if you don't water. Now, if you put water that has soap, this seed is not going to grow.
True.
So there are people who have great vision, but surrounded with people without vision. So their vision ends up dying because this vision doesn't get life, and that's what happens now. Now, when we talk about belief now, you can never be a different person from your thinking. And remember, thinking develops every day, each single minute.
You are who you are because of your thoughts.
Yes, you cannot be different from your thoughts.
I might be thinking that I might be thinking about money and great things, but the manifestation.
Now, that's the problem we have, especially with Barokore. We plan big things, but we fail to start small.
Eh.
You get it?
We want to start big.
We want to start big. And that's not how God works. And also, the Bible says that God is saying that I have a good plan for you.
Plan to prosper you?
Plan to prosper you. Then we see it all. Yes. But we forgot that God will never come to plan on your behalf. God will only fulfill your plan. So if you don't plan anything, then you are planning to fail. So when we think, we can only think according to the type of knowledge we have. If we have poor knowledge, that means that even our thinking is going to be what? Poor. That's why only few people own big businesses. Because we are not trained to own what? Businesses. But we are trained to serve tea. You get it? To work in plantations, to work for someone. And that's why you find, even as you said, people who try to start, they fail on the way.
Okay. So, atulaba tuline Dr. Bolingo Ntahira John, pastor, muwandiisi wa butabo. Tulina akatabo konna kolwake tuli mukogerako bakaita Unlock the Mind. Akatabo kano ogenda kuba essimu osobola okuteekayo order. Kali mu nnimi, how many languages?
5 languages.
5 languages.
Yeah.
That is English,
Uganda,
Swahili,
French, Swahili, Kinyarwanda, and Luganda.
Ennimi 5.
Yeah.
Kakati ow'Oluzungu, ow'Oluganda, ow'Olufalansa, ow'Oluswahili, n'ow'Olunyarwanda. Mwenna akatabo weekali mu lulimi lwammwe mwenna. Togamba ate kati saasoma kagule ogenda kuba ofuna n'okukyusibwa endabayo ey'ebintu n'ebirowoozo byo. Doctor, one of the, was it last year, one of the dailies in Uganda released the report that close to 14 million Ugandans are suffering from mental illness. And amongst these diseases, or the challenges of the mind, it is stress.
Yeah.
Stress, fear, and self-doubt.
Yes.
Stress, given the different things that are on our table. Fear, given the fact that we are limited by exposure, we have not seen people that have done it.
Yes.
So when you give us the same, we fear whether we shall make it. Then self-doubt.
Yeah.
We are not motivated.
Yeah.
So even if you, like what they told you, say now, I'm not going to go to the US, I'm going to be in Uganda. Now the other person says, oh no, yeah. So, how does this book address the question of fear, stress, and self-doubt?
First of all, there is one of the director of Katwe Primary School. He's called Masawa Robert. He came to thank me at my office that he had pressure, that even he had started losing the vision.
The sight.
The sight. But when he read the book, now he's fine. Pressure went away.
He read about somebody who slept.
Yes.
In prison.
And now,
it is not a prison.
Yes, and now he's impacting nations.
A person who used to sleep on the streets of Kampala.
And now he's impacting nations.
A person who refused to travel to US with the family.
You get it? So the story alone changed his life. So he came and said, no, this is not a book, it was a medicine for me. Because now, when your mind is unlocked, you don't stay with the mind. You cannot be stuck the same as someone who has the locked mind. I give you an example of two people. They were in critical condition. They were in the pit, they couldn't even help themselves. One was lame, another one was blind. So the blind couldn't see, the lame couldn't walk. So now, as this lame was shouting, trying to call this person to do what, to help, then they came into agreement. They said, now for me, I can walk, but I can't see. So you, because you can see, go into my back. So for me, I'm going to move, you are going to direct me. And they were out of the danger. So that's how we work. This body can be stuck, but the mind can never be stuck. This body can walk, can do something, but cannot see. If your sight, your vision is not well, then you are just seeing nearby. Then you will never go anywhere. I'll give you an example. If you sleep in one room, with your mind, that's problematic. That means you will never be out of that room. But if you are sleeping in a single room, but your mind sleeps in bungalow, that means within a few months or few years, you will be in bungalow.
Hey, bwenzijja okoba kanenda ensonda zinenya zino. Then oli omulala
wali
wano mu kaloomu
naye
obwongo osula mu bangalo era waba yeebaka yeeraba nziyitamu zonna loomu ze zonna.
Those two people are not the same. That's why when you unlock your mind, stress goes away. Oreka no kwesasira
kubango okitegedde that I can do this.
Kiba tugamba nti amagezi amatuufu gakufuula ow'eddembe.
Naye obusirusiru bukufuula omusibe.
Even that's what he just said. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.
So, talking about stress, now let's put stress aside. Stress, fear, and self-doubt. Now, you talked about employment as a form of slavery, and we all go through the same. Everyone, they were employed before, and they have made the money, collected the ideas, and they have now started business. How does this book help like these people, the employed people, to grow? And also those, you talked about a director, that is a professional person. How does it help them to grow professionally? And even those that are not at a professional level, how does Unlock the Mind as a book help them grow?
So now, every business must have a plan. 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 20-year plan.
And so?
And that only can be done when your mind is unlocked. You are not just seeing what you are today. You get it?
Hey, if the mind is not unlocked, I will only plan for today.
Yeah, of course. You will not see your business in 10 years to come.
Because nobody knows tomorrow. That's what I will say.
The problem is now, there is a saying that if you want to work as if you never die. But if you are praying as if 30 minutes, the following 30 minutes you will not be there. Now, if you start thinking I'm going to die, then you can't do anything. Remember, we were created to have dominion on this earth. We were created to have influence. You get
and
it?
Rule over.
And rule over. So you cannot rule over, you cannot have influence unless you are producing something.
You don't have money and you want dominion.
You need to have a product. Not money. Many people always talk about money. When you talk about money, you will fail.
What should you talk about?
Because God does not give money. God gives ideas.
And ideas make money.
But if you don't know how to translate ideas into money, then you can die with the ideas. You get it?
Okay. As we wind up, mumasa tugenda kukiriza otukwireko ku namba z'essimu zaffe 0702929224, then 0777533960. We have Dr. Bolingo Ntahira, a renowned author and the brain behind this great book, Unlock the Mind. Knowledge of truth is the fountain of freedom. Okumanya amazima. Yensibuko yeddembe.
That's it.
Okay. Now, let's talk about your publishing journey as we wind up. what was the biggest challenge working with a society that is not good at reading? So what was the biggest challenge?
So now one of the biggest challenges, people don't have culture of reading. So that means, for me,
as an author,
that's why the idea came that no, I don't have to produce only a book in foreign languages. Let me also put in the local languages. So that even
in English,
no yatamanya oluzungu ng'asobola kukola ki okusoma.
Yamejua Kiswahili.
Kubanga by the way omanyi nti bulijjo tumanyi nti abagezi abo boogera oluzungu olulungi.
Anti kati kuba bwe tulowooza wano kyokate.
That's the mental slavery. Osobola kwogera oluzungu lwonna n'olumalayo naye ng'oli musiru.
Ekigabo busiru wakyagadde nnyo dokita. Omuntu asobola okwogera oluzungu n'alumalayo nga byayogedde tebina makulu.
Kitegeera. Ate n'olaba omuntu nga talina luzungu naye nga alina ideas ziri perfect.
So that's why the book is in 5 languages.
Yes.
English,
Luganda,
French,
Swahili,
then Kinyarwanda.
Bromu yefunemu.
So the challenge was with the people that don't want to read.
People don't want to read.
How can we improve our reading culture? Because all great people read books.
So now we need to start by improving our education system.
Kuva
ku baana bato
kindergarten
nga basoma endimi ze bawulira with their stories that is attached to their culture.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about the language, but the message.
The message.
Whether Latini, whether sign language, but what was Dr. Bolingo talking about?
That's it. Kati omwana bw'atandika okusoma mu lulimi lwe, ng'asoma ne stories ziri within the culture. The child will feel excitement. Will feel like he wants to read every day. You get it? And that's how we can overcome these challenges about reading.
Okay. Twagala kwaniriza otukubireko ku lukomo lw'essimu ita ku namba noti 7 kuliko noti 7 obe ku essimu TV givire obe dobozi likendeeze tujja kuba tuliziganya bulungi nnyo abaagala okodalinga akatabo. Those who would like to order for the book, Dr. Bolingo is going to give us his number. I think it's here for orders. I have it here. Okay. I'll first get this one. KSTV, hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Wanji nyabo. Kale ne bali kutulaba nyabo.
Kale sebo.
Ntwesimye okuwuliriza.
Programu ngiwulidde bulungi.
Ye nyabo.
Naye era nga bw'omugambise omuntu asobola okubeera ne ideas. Naye
ekikulu sente. Wanji? Hello.
Nedda. Ekikulu kyetaagamuko ne ku mukisa bw'endowooza.
Omukisa tuyinza gujja wa mami?
Anti kyeneebuuza.
Dokita atubule gye yajja omukisa okuva ku street. Dokita naye atubule gye yajja omukisa.
Omukisa guno simanyi omuntu ayinza gufuna atya kubanga nyiza okubeera nga nnina obwongo era ng'obwongo bwange bulowooza nnyo kati okusinziira ku nze. Nga saagala kunkozesa nga njagala bwe mba nfunye omulimu nkoleyo omwaka gumu nga kimanyi okuwuza omuntu nti akoledde emyaka 5 naye nga talina kyafunyeemu. Ekitegeera kati nengezaako nnyo nga nwana buli lwenfuna ssente ne ngamba nedda nina okwekozesa naye nga bwe ntuuka mu maaso awo ng'olowooza obuzibu buvaawa.
Kale tovaako. Okay, kakati omukyalo oyo agamba let's first get this one also. KCV, hello. Hello. Oli ku KCV togerako nanyon.
Hello.
Yes, good evening viewer. Yes, Dan Sebugwao.
Kakati zemba dembuza. Kakati ekya ekyo mu kisoweto kusire.
Dan.
Hello.
TV jivire.
Ngivire sebo.
Genda maso badde ogamba ekyo mukisa.
Jambadde ngamba nti nze ku lwange omwami oyo kyayogedde n'okusoma nga tusoma mu nnimi zaffe tutegeere era omukisa guli mu lulimi lwo na mu bwongo bwo. Nze bwe ngamba nti kati awo oba osobola okumanya buli kimu n'okola. Nze kati nali ndi mu kisekerekako nga buli kimu kikola nga nakifuka nti asaasoba nazuula nti kati nange eteekwa okubaako kyenkola kati nirako enjawulo nazuula kyendi nemanya n'omukisa gwange we guli guli mu lulimi lwange.
Okay, twayanza nnyo. Why is it that many people want to attribute success to opportunity? Rather lack, not even opportunity, lack.
So now
era omukyala akugambe nebirimu omukisa dokita ayogedde naye mulina okubaamu n'omukisa.
Now the issue is many people look for success.
What should we look for?
But it is an error to look for success.
What should we look for?
Kyo tulina okusooka kunoonya emigaso gitulimu. Ng'ozuula omugaso gw'olina, then success will show by itself. Ng'omanya okwezuula, then tojja kunoonya success. Success will come by itself.
Ekitusinga bano bonna ekibasumbuwa kwezuula. Bagambye agezezzaako ebintu bingi tayagala kumukozesa naye nga bigaana.
Ekisumbwa abantu kiri kimu, kwezuula. Ate ne problem ye tulina ku barokole oba abakiriza. Ti Bible tugiyiga bubi. We don't follow Bible principles.
Enono n'okuyigiriza kwa Bible.
Kubanga omukisa gwa Katonda guli mu system. Kitegeera. Go bantu togoberede system.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Oli ku KCV togerako nanyon. Hello?
Baleko bambi mwebale kuweereza.
Naye bale kutulaba togerako nanyon.
Robert Sebo.
Robert osinziddewa?
Sinzidde mukono kagenyi.
Robert oli mukono. Tubadde twogera ku ngeri esobola okusumulamu obwongo bwaffe. Omukulu ono alina akatabo ke yawandiise.
Sinzidde mukono kagenyi.
Robert tovuddeko ebyolowooza.
Omukulu ono alina akatabo ke yawandiise. Anjivire Sebo.
Otubuulire ensonga. Hello? Okay. I think we should wind up. Obadde Dr. Tubulira ku mukisa.
So
kubakkiriza ng'egye balabamu ebyo.
So the Bible has what we call principles. When you follow principles, tosobola kulemwa omukisa gwa Katonda. Kubanga omukisa gwa Katonda guli mu principles. I will give you an example. This room is electrified. Nti gokwata ku switch as me bolingo enkwata ku switch, the power can be on or off. Ne message gajja nekonako, the power
can be on or off.
So the system doesn't know who touches. Kaso kora Katonda kyakuragira okukora. No following a principles nga bwe ziri omukisa guli guaranteed.
Esende ziri mu Uganda teziri ko baboling avudde Congo.
No.
Kasojja no tegera system.
That's why I came without nothing. Now I'm impacting nations. In Uganda without knowing anybody. No uncle.
No connection.
No connection.
The question of connection kati ojijjawo. Kubanga lwajjo kwesimagala. Connection.
Kaso tegera principles za Katonda. Everything is granted.
Kacheri ebya connection gonte bikola.
Wa.
Kino kibagamba kakati kuba oli agambye mukisa. You have explained. Anana nuko nagane musumba connection
Kati connection vawa.
Anya kumanyi gunja nyambe ko antere yakabega.
The problem is kasotegera principles za Katonda nozikora. Connection zereta. Nsobora kukusisinkana.
Ngenda bwe twasinkana.
Nenda bomusajja mulungi. Era bwe nagenda urangenda ngimba nasisinkana omusajja mulungi. Bwe nsanga umuntu ali na deal je mugamba nasisinkana. Ukitegera. Connection comes kubanga you are straight.
Ndi mu system.
Uri mu system.
Singamba de wafeyo emitiana. Ngasiri wano.
Ate mind doesn't know the village. You get it?
Acheba dentegeza sandi kusanze.
The problem is munsi mutuda abantu bona bamukisa. Network is everywhere. You get it?
Okay. Obude bweddeyo Dr. Ntahira John Bolingo
akatabo bakasanga.
Akatabo agenda tuli akatabo bakasanga.
So
numbers z'essimu, should I read for them the numbers?
Yeah.
Abanjagadde okwegulira akatabo ka Dr. Akatabo kali ku sente meka.
Bwogenda ku bookshop kali kutwarena. Nebwo wala bayina show sura kuwa discount ya 50%.
Mitwale bili. So, kube namba y'essimu eno 07 jetuha. Tikati ono. Kamukwate. KSV hello.
Hello.
Oli ku KSV togerako nanyono.
Mukulu Robert Bambi network badde nsumbuyemu.
Yes Robert okuva mukono.
Badde kyabagamba.
Ate Robert TV ejje kujulia.
Kansembere kwenu maaso. Hello.
Nkulia Robert.
Kibadde ngamba. Kibambi mwebale kuweereza ensonga eriwo enkulu nti wabatona bakwezuula mulimu gwokola osumbuyibwa nnyo. Ekirala ze nali makanika naye nga sigufuniramu nnyo mirembe newe nafuna omulimu gwange kati nguliriramu emirembe ramwe bale kuweereza nze kyensaba bantu kwezuula ki kye bali. Kiki bali bajja kufuniramu emirembe ne buli wobeera mu mulimu gw'otawuliriramu mirembe oluusi ng'okola naye nga olaba tekigenda kiba kikaluba. Bambi mwebale kuweereza.
Kale tuyanza nnyo Robert Bambi webale nyabe mukono batulabire. Okay. Esimu ziweddeyo akadde kaweddeyo. Dr. Bolinga bagambye akatabo ku simu eno kafune ku mitwalo 2 kali mu lulimi Olufalansa, Ekinyarwanda, Oluzungu, Oluswahili n'Oluganda. Osobola okubanga okasomera mu nnimi ezo zombi. Oba omanyi oziwuliriza obanga osobola okuzoogera abaana bali mu luwumula bagulire basome baba kusomere buli oddayo olweggulo bakusomereyo page nga ziizo bakunnyonnyole kye basomye. Ojja kuyita ku namba noti 752 83 12 36 endala eri 0765 13 7187. One more time 0752 831 236 and 0765 137 187. Bakugambye osobola okubanga bakubirako osobola okubanga ofuna akatabako naye okwa nekweze namba za fezo zezimu tujja kuyambako bakutusa
oba osobola genda ku Aristock mukono bookshop
Kampala
na Uganda bookshop ujja kasangayo
akatabo je kali
ne ku Amazon we kali.
Okay. Dr. Tuyanza nnyo, thank you so much for
thank you for hosting me too.
Time I don't know about the free time. Naye mu Luganda tugamba ensinkano teba ya lumu. We don't meet once. So when we meet for the first time, there is a higher chance that we shall meet for the second time and the third time.
Sure.
So, you want to send in greetings?
Maybe I can send greetings to my church members at Jeshim. I love you so much. To my beautiful wife, Emily Milinga. My children, Joanna, Samuel, Johnson, Joseph, and Joyce, love you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Bocho tulabise twagala okubebaza olokwanti mbadde balabi balungi tugezezaako kwasaganya enjoy zombiriri so okubanga tutambulira ddala wamu mwebale nnyo akatabo mukanonyeeko nkutegeeza oba tosobodde kubanga okafuna kuba ku namba z'essimu ezimu tujja kuyamba okutuusa ewa Dr. Bolingo ne ttiimu yeekola ku nsonga ezo akatabo osobola okubanga okafuna. nze Ssemwanga Benon twagala obbagaliza ekire kirungi katono mulungi atakumira mpeera bakume ne wiiki etandise eno gibayiseemu n'emirembe n'essanyu mukama kutuna bakume mweraba